up, you guys? It's Benny T from SayWerd, and this is Word Wednesday, episode 33. We're back, and we got John from Cosmic. I'm super stoked. It's one of our local shops. It's another card store right by us. John, welcome to the show.
What's happening, Benny?
I am excited to finally have like another local business owner on, especially someone that can talk Pokemon and just business and stuff.
Who was the last one?
I think the last like actual business owner would have been Ben from across the street, tattoo.
Not our Ben.
No, not our Ben. That would be a crazy episode.
I've thought about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let people know. So obviously, as soon as your store was opening, I was hearing about you. But just let people know kind of how you broke into the scene of collecting and reselling, like John before Cosmic.
Yeah, of course. I also want to catch back to that. I don't want to forget. I do want to ask you a question about when I was coming up.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll say that for my podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, it started probably just like you, truthfully, like being a kid and collecting the shit out of everything in the 90s, like, you know? So that, and then I worked for a foreclosure company.
Oh, okay.
So that was with a buddy and another buddy, and we literally worked from all the way up here. So I was still in McHenry, which is like 30 minutes from Gurney. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah.
So we would take care of houses from Joliet all the way up to Milwaukee, and it was like the north side, just not like good houses. You know, not necessarily, not saying.
Yeah.
Just houses that needed to be
for close.
Exactly.
For close homes.
And we would have to literally empty them. So you can go to a house and it looked like whether a person died or whatever the case be.
Yeah.
And we'd find so much stuff to where you would either have to throw it out or keep it. And so I was finding tools, posters, clothes, everything, toys. And then I started keeping everything. And then I started selling stuff like at flea markets and whatever else, and just getting back into it slowly. And then the toys. And I remember finding a Pokemon collection of base set 2 Charizard, all those Burger King gold cards and everything. And it really got me back into like just searching for card stores around me and comic stores. And then one garage sale, I found all these comics for an ex-girlfriend. I was looking for some comics.
Okay.
And I fell in love with the comics then. Like I was literally there for 3 hours.
You're
looking
like, maybe
through boxes.
she's not going to get these.
I bought some, but I never gave them to her. I still have them. They're mine now.
Hell yeah. Some good ones? Do you remember some of the ones you found?
It was like Harley Quinn. There was a Godzilla. It was just tons of stuff where I was like, holy shit, there's a comic for this. Like they had the Power Rangers stuff, just old. There's actually one I do remember. It was a UFO. It's called UFO Saucers or UFO Chasers from the 60s.
Just really cool, like one-off.
Exactly.
Cool.
Like X-Files, not X-Files.
But that like alien realm.
Yeah, there was another one that did that. It was like called Strange Things, some random name.
Yeah.
But I fell in love with it. Same thing, was going to comic shops.
Yeah.
And then just made that hobby into a, like, you know, it's probably like, you know, like as a high schooler selling weed. You're just selling to smoke for free.
Mm-hmm.
And then it becomes a business. And then, it kind of led into that. So I was just selling stuff out my mom's basement for 6 years or 7 years before then I moved up here and then opened the store.
When you were selling stuff out of the basement, what did you seem to like selling the most of?
It was comics at first, for sure. And then it was just so heavy carrying that shit like weekly to shows. Yeah. I'd have to carry like 60 long boxes up and down the stairs. And I was like, fuck this.
Yeah.
So I traded all that to a comic shop for a bunch of Batman animated toys.
Okay.
And made some good money off of that. And then just kept with the toys. It was way easier to bring those to shows and stuff compared to the comics. So I think it was like I was just forced to change because of my back. Like I was breaking my back with the comics. I still love comics, but
I think people like underestimate how heavy like comic boxes are. Like when I moved recently, I put like all of my Shonen Jumps into one Rubbermaid, and I'm like, oh, this isn't gonna be that heavy. I couldn't even lift it. I was like, oh shit, I guess like 60 manga in one box is like way too much. That stuff is, whenever I do conventions now, I'll bring one box, like one small box of comics, and that's it. Because it's like,
and you probably even dread it then.
Yeah.
It's like,
because you don't want to put, if you're only going to bring one and in a box, you don't want to bring like bangers. So it's just like one big box of all like $1 to $3 comics.
Anyways. Shit anyone could go through, exactly. And that's what I was doing. Like I'd have literally 50 boxes, and I think, if I remember, because they fit about 300 books, I think it was like 60 pounds a box or something stupid, dude.
And I was going through 6, 7, 8 minimum every event.
Like 60. Like I was renting a U-Haul.
Filling it up.
Yeah, exactly.
I got you.
And then I was also buying a lot. So I'd buy collections and go through them, and then, you know, take 5 books out of 300 and then trade in the rest for $60 a credit or whatever, because they're forever. I mean, it's hard as fuck to sell those
comics sit. So you don't have a lot of comics at you right now do.
I have 0 at the store.
Okay.
And it's mainly because you know how many kids are around the area, and I don't like people touching my shit already.
Understand
So I
comics, you can't play
exactly
around with it.
people reading it and they're just touching it. I just don't want to deal with it. So
Yeah.
I'll bring them out for shows. But
that makes sense.
Yeah.
When did you stop carrying comics? Because when you first opened, you had comic books. No?
No.
Maybe not even graded ones? Am I
Maybe
tripping?
1 or 2 like in the case or something. I've
Okay.
had graded at shows, and I have graded that I just don't bring out.
Okay.
But no, I never had any. And then I was going to do wall books. You know the term of wall books, like the $20 or more that you put on the wall.
The like nice stuff.
Exactly. But then I decided to I just have so much art. You know, it's the same thing like this. Would you rather have random pieces of art or awesome shit you could sell? Actually, it's the exact opposite. So
it's both.
You actually
a little bit of both.
No.
Yeah.
It's the opposite. Actually.
Yeah, but I feel you. So right now up at the shop, obviously with like Pokemon being just batshit right now, that's, I'm assuming, like the primary thing when people are coming in right now, like
for
checking.
sure. Yeah. I mean, it's just, I don't know how all these things happen, but I know Surging Sparks for sure, like Scarlet and Violet. If you know, I'm gonna turn this off really quick. If you know Scarlet and Violet, the first like 6 sets no one wanted besides 151. Exactly. Not bad sets.
Yeah.
But just not like scalpable, I guess, or whatever the case be.
Yeah.
And then Surging Sparks came, really nice set. Then we got Prismatic, crazy set. Yeah, exactly. So those 2 things, along with Black Friday and the holiday season, and then distro has nothing else because it's just dwindling because of small stock. Like the sets weren't that good. They're not printing that much. They truly aren't. And now we're in an era of everyone's ripping and shipping. Everyone's
it's crazy.
Like, product doesn't even exist. It's not like everyone's hoarding it. Literally, it's getting ripped. So that's an issue. And then with good stuff, it's just crazy. And like you saw the pictures, I just dropped like 300 cards the other night. So I got this fucking thing on. I'm gonna take this off.
Do you
People are gonna make fun of me.
50-50, 50 coming in for sealed, 50 coming in for singles?
For Pokemon?
Yeah. Or is it just like people come in for sealed and then they default to singles because it's not there? But are you getting equal like singles to sealed, or what do you think? What are you a little bit more heavy on?
It has to be equal, or maybe even more people want sealed.
Yeah.
Ooh, but they can't find it. And I don't even know if they resort. It's like people are buying everything. They're buying both.
Shrouded Fable, like everything.
Which is crazy because not even a crazy set. I mean, there's 2 good cards in it.
And I think
that I like
the
at least.
chase card's only valued, I think, at like 75 or like 80. It's not.
It's not all about the money.
True.
But it ain't not about the money.
Correct. There's a lot of playable stuff in there too, which is good. But just very. I've never, even when we were, I would say outside of when we were kids, I don't remember Pokemon ever being this intense ever. Like,
but it's us now with money.
Yeah.
So
that's the issue.
Yeah. It's literally the kids that were crazy about it now are crazy with money.
And then I think too, a lot of people, like what I noticed is a lot of people like a lot of the sneaker guys are now card guys because the market dropped. They were harder to get. It was only like one good shoe every month. But I think a lot of those guys started diving into like sports cards first and then got into Pokemon. Do you get a lot of guys up by you that you can tell are like, oh, you're in this, you don't even know what Pokemon you're buying. You just know that the price on that's up. Do you? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And then I shit on them adjacently. So like I'll talk like about who they are, but to them, but not talking to them directly. You know?
See if they catch the drift.
Exactly.
I
mean, it is what it is. They're enjoying the hobby, but if you're just trying to, like, I'll get calls all the time, like, you got Prismatic, never heard this voice, don't know who you are. You come in and you leave, and it's like, it is what it is. It's probably the same thing. Do you have something like that here? Like where someone's looking for something specific? Like, where's the Supreme?
Where's the Rap Tees? That's what people are always like. Where are the Rap Tees? It's like, dude, you have a $40 budget. Like, Rap Tees are $600 to $2,000.
How much is that, Jamie?
Jamie Foxx is like $120. So, I mean, if it's on the wall, it's 100 and up, but that happens a lot. So yeah, I would say like we get calls about like the Rap Tees, or we get calls about like super specific bands, but we get questions for cards like, you guys got any PSA 10 Charizards? And I'm like, Well, yeah, we do, but they're not going to be base set. You know, it's going to be like a Radiant Charizard or something, you know, like nothing crazy. But yeah, I think the demand right now is just bonkers. Like, I don't remember any product being this crazy, just consistent. People are looking for old stuff. That was my next question. Do you see people mostly coming in for modern or mostly coming in for vintage? Yeah.
Yeah, vintage is so easy to finish too, I feel like.
Yeah.
You could literally finish base set for $1,000.
Yeah.
And if you don't care about condition,
yeah,
$500.
Yeah, get the Zard for
done.
$250 and then the rest just trickles in there. It's funny because up until maybe 2 months ago, everybody came in only asking for vintage. Maybe like 1 out of 10 would be like, oh, you got newer stuff, like, oh, I'll check out the 2020 to 2024 binder. But now everybody coming in alt arts.
They just want everything.
Yeah.
Yep. But you're also known for being like a vintage clothing store.
Yeah, so the vintage is what
is that derogatory?
Expect. No.
What would you call yourself? Like, if you were to say, you know, when people call themselves like executive managers of something, it's just like they're like a whatever the case be.
Yeah, I vintage store is the perfect thing. I hate when people use the term thrift store because to me a thrift store is everything being thrown in that they get donated.
It's where you get your stuff.
This is where this is more of like a curation. Like, you're not going to find $5 and $10 pieces on the rack. No. Like, it's going to be 20 to 80 more. We're real picky when stuff comes in. Like, we don't take just anything. But yeah, dude, the thrift store. Like, when people are like, "Oh, this is my favorite thrift store," I'm like, like, please stop, please stop. I hate that.
Do you like people even calling it like Goodwill thrift stores?
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, that's a thrift. They're taking donations and they're putting. I mean, Goodwill's not putting everything out. They put stuff on their website now. But
yeah, that's
overall,
we could do an hour of Goodwill.
Dude, fuck them. Like, that is crazy to put all these items. I just was on the website the other day just checking, and they had like a Pokemon collection, and it's unsorted, just ETBs full. It's like 10,000 cards.
Just commons, likely.
Most likely. Yeah. And the bid's already up to like $700. It's like, what is happening? Like, spend that money on eBay to like a small business or a small seller. Goodwill got this shit for free. Stop giving them serious bread.
eBay could suck it though right now too. I don't know if you've seen what happened to me.
Wait, what just happened with eBay?
3 packages in a row. The first package I get,
I thought you meant the company. Yes, the ones you got are crazy.
One was in.
Tell us this. Tell me the story about what happened with this guy that I just saw about.
So yeah, I've been watching Lost again a lot. If you haven't seen it, go watch. Have you seen Lost?
The movie?
No,
the show. Yeah. Okay, so I got up until season. They got off the island. That's when I stopped watching. Like, maybe towards the end of it.
Okay.
But I know there was a bunch of shit that happened after that.
There's a lot.
I need to revisit. But yeah, sorry, Lost.
No, yeah, you're good. So I've been rewatching it. My lady loves it. I love it. And I was like, maybe I'll just corner the market and buy all the booster boxes out, you know.
Of Lost?
Yeah. So jokingly, I just want them for myself. But there's like 12 on eBay. And I was like, okay, I'll take them.
Buy them all.
And the one box it's like $140. It's not cheap. It's not crazy money. But it looked really nice in the pictures, whatever else. I get it, and it looks like it's a barn find. Like a layer of just nastiness. Smells like a fucking raccoon or something. And it's in a box covered by this weird cylinder cardboard thing. Just loose in the box.
It looked like a filter almost or something. Like a cardboard holder for a filter.
Yeah, no, it was like for a Keurig or something, like the top of a Keurig.
So goofy.
And so I sent them pictures. Even, you know, the wrapping, like security wrapping on stuff has labels and stuff. It's in completely different spots.
So it looks
like totally different box.
Like
100% different box.
Oh, you mean not necessarily that it was repackaged, but it was just completely a different box than what they sent you.
So like if you have a Pokemon booster box and the Pokeballs are like over the Charizard in the box, and the next, and if someone sends you the box, it's not on him. It's a different box.
You can tell it's a different box.
Exactly.
Totally.
So that happened. It says Inkworks. That's the company.
Okay.
And completely different spot. Boxes of shit. And I hit him up, send him pictures, immediately doesn't respond. And then send him all the details. And he's like, I don't see your reasoning for a refund or a return.
Yeah.
Like, I just sent you it. And I sent him, I'm like, do you not know how to read? All this shit. I went hard on him.
Were you trying to just, like, dude, take this shit back. It's disgusting. I'll buy a different one. Like, you were trying to return it.
Exactly.
Which, dude, if it's filthy, like, I'm sorry. That's like, you gotta
I cleaned it.
Yeah.
But still, it's
Yeah,
not
fuck
like
that. No, you didn't pay for the
no.
dirt.
And then the guy decided to go on my Yelp and like write some weird like misspelled thing about how I'm scamming him and
Which is
trying
crazy to go to Yelp. Just
exactly.
in
Then he
general.
went to my Facebook. He went to one of my videos, the most recent one that I did with the distributor.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wrote the same thing, like dude scamming, defamation, and some other crazy words he was using. I could pull it up. I'll let you put it up.
Yeah. That's crazy that he would go through that much.
Yeah,
To
he's
where,
got something wrong with him, but
that's yeah.
I sometimes I can't let things go, and it's it is what it is.
Did you end up getting a hold of like eBay to help with like
I'm
any of
trying
it?
to, but when you go in there now, it says report a problem, and it says, do you have a problem with a buyer? Doesn't show seller. I can't find a fucking number. I can't. It's
That's
just
great.
like you can't even put in a request for like damage or anything. It's return. That's
Yeah.
it. And I'm like, maybe I want to figure
Let
something
me
out with
talk
him.
to Savage who works here. He got the line direct
That
to
just goes right to it.
eBay because
Yeah.
he had an issue with like a
ChatGPT probably
400.
has it.
True.
Yeah.
True.
That happened. Then I bought some more. It was sent all weird in a box for female catheters.
Oh, yes. I saw you post that and you were like, bro, the box? Like, dude, scribble it out at least. Like, that is a crazy way to ship.
I know. It just felt nasty just holding it. And then something else happened too. I don't even know. But eBay's. Oh, the next person sent me a box in like with like 60 jewel bags. Well, like Metro Market, like
Yeah.
plastic bags, just as the packaging.
As like filler.
Yeah, it's just. This is why people talk shit about eBay.
Yeah.
Like I am so professional on eBay. Like I hand package everything. Like it's like me handcrafting noodles and sending them these
For it
beautiful
being
packages.
around like 30 years,
Yeah.
it's crazy that it's still kind of like Wild Westy. Like the rules, there's a
It's
lot
because
of
they want money.
rules.
They don't give a shit. They'll let people ride till their 3 strikes hit.
Yeah. That, and to me, it's
Yeah.
how can they even get the strikes if we can't even report it? Like that's
Mhm.
what's crazy. Have you ever had any like anybody try and scam you when you like were buying Pokemon cards or like any like really big purchases? You have any like bad situations with that?
I have one where I sold someone something bad.
Okay.
Or not bad. I didn't sell him something bad. I sold him a transformer. It was the Titan. It was a big ass Titan. It was like $350. He gets it. Everything's good. Like 28, 30 days later, whatever, I get a chargeback notice. I go, what? And I message the guy, doesn't respond, find him on Facebook. And I message him, I go, hey, for some reason I got a chargeback, just want to make sure everything's good. Like he left me feedback too already. And I look and he goes, oh, that's weird. And it was a weekend. He was like, oh, that's weird. I'll check on Monday with PayPal, yada, yada, yada. There was a lot in between those lines. But I go, okay, cool. And then I go back the next day to go message him because I saw something else. He blocked me. I was like, this motherfucker, he did it. He did it. So I send eBay that. Oh, he also said, that's the main thing I forgot. He said that he bought it. He has no idea how that happened, and he was saving it specifically for Christmas. So I have screenshots of his messenger, of his photo, his name, everything, of him getting it and saying that. So eBay sided with me.
Good.
Then he went to PayPal, did it. Did another chargeback. Had to have PayPal, they sided with me. Okay. Then, a couple days later, his credit card company charged back. I waited 90 days, they sided with him.
They sided with him?
I have all his info. He lives in Winter Haven. If I'm ever there, I'm going to fucking...
That's so fucked.
Dude, you can smell him in the photo. Like, I'll show you him after. But
see, and that's the kind of shit that pisses me off because people are like, oh, whatever, it's not a big deal. Like, ha, scammed them. But it's like, dude, when you're a small business, that shit sets you back. Like, people don't realize how goofy that is, but it's like that shit steamrolls. It's like, okay, well, now I'm out 350, but I'm also out the 150 I bought it. So now I got it. Like, it's just like the girl who stole from us over the weekend. It was like, how are you going to buy 25 pieces and then steal 7 after we gave you a discount? We took care of you. We blessed you while you were here. And to just do that is like, come on, dude.
It's like, a sickness.
It is. And she honestly, this girl did admit it. She's like, oh yeah, I'm actually like, I really am like a klepto. Like I have a problem. And then another girl messaged me and was like, hey, I know that girl. She got fired from my job from stealing for coworkers. And it was like, oh, so you literally are a klepto.
Yeah.
She told me she'll be back because she loves shopping here. And I said, please don't. Like, huh? My buddy was like, but she did spend so much here. I'm like, well, okay, yeah, but do we want somebody like that in the shop to where we have to watch? Like, we have to walk through the rack and we have to shop for them because they're going to steal shit.
She just sent you the Terminator gif. Like, I'll be back.
Literally, that's pretty much. She was like, "Oh, I love you guys. Like, I love your shop. I'll be back."
Yeah, that's just lack of self-awareness, and that's all. I mean, I don't want to get too deep or anything, but like, there's a lot of people that are borderline walking around. And, you know, there's that line.
Totally.
There's a lot of people there. It's a scary time.
Her first message was, "LOL, you could have just messaged me." I was like, "LOL, I could have just called the cops. What are you talking about?" And
did she put them on like she was trying to save on baggage for an airplane? She put them all on and walked out?
So by the looks of the video, it looks like she had a couple in her little bag, like her little purse, but she was wearing a baggy sweater. And I looked at the footage from when she walked in to when she left, and it's sagging. So she had this like baggy sweater. She must have just stuffed them in the sleeve of her sweater. Do you have had any recent situations with people trying to steal or anything?
No.
That's good.
I've had one. This isn't test me type shit right now. But like, I had one crackhead that came in, it was pretty busy. I say my tagline when people walk in, I go, "Hey, how you doing? If you need anything, let me know."
Yeah.
You know, if you've been in the store, you've heard me say that.
Yeah.
And doesn't respond. So already I'm like, okay, fuck me, right? Literally. And then he's just standing there, looks, I hear him go, "This is cool." And turns and does like a little, like, literally grabs something off the shelf, grabs it, does this with the door, and comes back like he's running a route or something. And then I'm like, that was weird how he walked out, you know, like the little switcheroo hand.
Yeah.
And then I go and check the camera, but it was like taking a second. Lorex, shout out to Lorex. Taking fucking forever.
And then the playback is in like 180p.
Yep, exactly. So I see it was actually before the update, so it was good.
Okay.
Actually.
So, now it's ass.
So I look and I'm like, damn it, he did take something. And it was like probably 2 minutes past. I'm like, he's fucking gone. But I still ran out there.
Yeah.
I look both ways. He's at the bus stop, 200 feet away. So I go walk up over to him. He doesn't know who I am. And I'm walking towards him. And he's like, "Do you know if this bus goes to this and this and this?" And I rip it out of his hand and I just start going off at him. I don't even remember what I said. And then he's walking away, or I'm walking away, and he's still at the bus stop looking at me, and I'm talking shit to him while I'm walking back. And then he said something about being a tough guy, and I was like, "Bring your fucking ass over here right now." And I go back in. One of my buddies is in the store. I go, "Come outside with me for a second." And we go out there, and I called the cops too at the same time. So I'm on the phone. He's walking. He decides not to walk on the sidewalk. He's walking like in the bike path. He's walking past. He's like, "I don't want any problems, man." And I'm on the phone. I'm like, "You're good." And I'm like, "Wait, no, you're not. You're fucked."
Yeah.
And the cops came and grabbed him, and they found a bunch of shit from all other stores. He claimed that he was a crackhead and he's a klepto and he's got a problem and whatever else. And I'm like, okay, so what happens when he comes back again? They're like, "Well, we told him if he comes back again, he'll get arrested."
Yeah. Never seen him since, I'm assuming?
No.
Good.
No. He's not buried behind the store.
Yeah. That's like this issue with this girl. It was like, she was like, "Can you please take it down?" And I was like, super torn because I don't believe people.
Did you make it a reel?
Yeah. Yeah, it's posted. Yeah, it's up.
Oh, okay.
So what I did was I came to the agreement with her because she was getting, dude, for those of you who don't know, we have some crazy SayWerd riders, like people that will ride for the store no matter what. And some
may call it a gang.
She was getting some borderline threatening messages from like people in the neighborhood being like, "Yo, if you don't return this, like, we know where you work, like, we'll come get it." Like, and the internet's a crazy place. So I told her I would remove the story post that had all of her information on it that we tracked down.
Okay.
And then on the reel, I turned off comments. That way you can't see previous comments and you can't make new comments. But I do believe...
Can I remix it?
You can remix it, actually.
Just in case.
I do believe that the neighborhood should know. Like, other businesses should know that 100%. She's out here stealing shit. Like, and she didn't say anything back. So I think she was... I mean, you don't have a choice but to be cool with it. Like, this is what it is, darling. And... yeah, because like the other videos when people have stolen, we've taken it down. after they've come back. Like we had a kid steal shit. He realized he was an idiot, and he came back and he returned it. And
Was
he
that
was
the
so
second most recent one?
Yes.
I think I remember.
Yes,
that
was the kid who went to Shorewood High School. He was a
yeah.
foreign exchange student. All of his classmates were threatening to get him sent back. They were like, "Oh, we're sending it to the school." They were like tagging the Shorewood High School Instagram page, and like, so he came back, and I told him, I said, "Yo, it takes balls to come back." I said, especially because you're not from America. Like, you don't know how we're gonna handle shit here. Like, some people think America, Americans are nuts. Like, you could come in and we'll
Americans don't even know what's happening.
Exactly. Exactly. So we're 4 for 4. 4 people have stolen. 4 people have been caught.
That you know.
4 people. True. 4 people have.
You can steal off the rack.
Items.
He said you can.
Dude,
it's not
for the $5 bucket, please just take shit out of there at this point to clear it out. But yeah, it's crazy that people still have the just audacity and the gall to like do that to small businesses.
Something's wrong in their head.
What do you think? Obviously, the story with this last guy grabbing some stuff is pretty nuts. But you've been there for coming on 4 years, 5?
It's not a secret. It's 4. Yeah.
4, right?
Yeah.
Right. I did.
No, 3.5.
Okay, but
yeah,
for this.
So this Saturday will technically be 3 years and 4 months.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
November 12th or November 13th.
Okay,
whatever the second Saturday of November.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
4 years.
Okay,
I'm in my senior year right now.
Hell yeah.
Going for prom king.
Do you have what's like another super just wacky, goofy story that you've had to deal with, whether it be like a customer trying to sell fakes or an altercation in the store? Or I know you had that one situation with that guy a couple months ago who was like trying to sell cards and then act like he didn't know anything about cards and then was like dictating.
Yeah,
I know
that
there's
was
been a
goofy.
couple. There's so many Pokemon and toys when we do subculture stuff like this. There's so many goofies in the community. I know we deal with a lot here. I'm sure you deal with them up by you as well. Situation that you just had to deal with, like goofy ass person, whether it be positive, negative, weird, outlandish. You got one that sticks out that's pretty.
Yeah, probably the vacuum story would be the best.
Vacuum.
The vacuum.
Clip it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know Gary? He's a crackhead, white guy, kind of looked like a toddler, like a grown toddler, kind of cut, always without a shirt, always yelling at himself, walking down. He'd walk down the street all the time.
Is he the one who walks with the lady who's always put? No.
Gary, he's a crackhead. He's tall.
And he's buff?
I mean, he's cut from the crack cut.
Yeah. How old? White? You said white guy?
50s, yeah, 40s. 50s. No, 50s for sure. Gary. He would always yell at himself down the street. You haven't seen him this year, but he was always here. He worked for cats.
Oh, okay.
Gary.
Then maybe yes.
Walking like this and just going, fuck, yelling at himself all day down the street. And he supposedly worked at cats and would do cleanouts, kind of like what I was talking about earlier. And he'd find random shit and bring it. And like all the time it'd be something I didn't want. But one night I was trying to do a podcast like way before with a buddy. And it had to have been like midnight, maybe even 1 o'clock at the store. And I didn't have it all covered up. I need water.
Yeah.
Got it. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the vacuum. Okay,
Yep.
So Gary, crackhead, well known if you're around this area.
Yeah.
Shirtless, kind of like Melverine, but worse and aggressive.
Crackerine.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I was trying to come up with some. He's Melverine's crackhead brother.
Yeah, some crack-related superhero for sure.
Snaggletooth or something. I don't know. Anyways, he at like 1 a.m. knocks on the door. And because he would knock all the time when I was closed. And he's like one of the main reasons I have the fucking front
Curtains.
covered now, because he just would always see me. Yeah, like, knock, you gonna be here? I'm like, maybe.
We have a guy across the street who does that.
I'll be back. I'm like, okay. So 1 a.m. I'm never going to finish this story. 1 a.m. knocks on the door, just standing there, but he's clearly hiding something next to the side. So I open and I go, what the fuck are you doing? What do you want? And he's like, because I've already told him not to bring me anything but toys, if anything,
Oh, he was bringing like random shit previously?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like cassette tapes and shit. Random shit. Literally,
I found this on the
used
street.
batteries. Literally a box of used batteries he brought me.
I swear they're good.
Yeah, exactly. All rusted out. And so I look, and it's an old-fashioned, vacuum. And I'm like, no. He's like, $20. I'm like, no, dude. He's like, $10. I'm like, no. It's like $5. I'm like, Gary, get the fuck out of here. No. And he just left. And then he like leaves it on the street. Like if I ever told him no, he would just leave it. And then he'd just go off and fucking be yelling and running to catch the bus and shit.
Just leaving the trash in front of the
store. So you might know Gary. He might be your uncle. Tell him what's up. I don't know. Like someone's got to be related to him in the city. But yeah, he's a fucking nutcase, and I don't want him in the store. But so that I dealt with. I've had to kick someone out once because he wouldn't shut the fuck up.
Just going off.
Yeah, because he wanted to sell me a Mandalorian toy and was telling me like eBay is the same. He said it was 35 shipped or $20 plus shipping, and he's like, you could sell it for 35 in the store. All this. I'm like, okay, but it's 35 shipped. You know, if I sold it on eBay, I'd make like $18 after shipping and everything. I was like, I might sell this for $25. I'll give you 15 or whatever the case be.
Yeah.
And he's just going on and on and on and standing and like leaning over talking about it, and he just keeps going on, and he's just annoyance, like an annoying, you know those type of people that just the punchable face. Like I might have one, it's okay. but you know what I'm talking about. Like there's people that are just like that, and I just like couldn't hold it, and I was like, get the fuck out. And he's like, what? I'm like, get the fuck out, dude. I cannot, like, get the fuck out. And he's like, wait till my friends hear about this. And he leaves and goes out, and he comes back and he's like, what's the name of this store? And he's like, I'm like, dude, go. I'll show you him because he's on Marketplace. If you see Marvel Legends getting sold on Marketplace, it's him.
Probably that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you still have to, or do you ever feel the need? I know some people don't even do it anymore, but do you ever go through the steps of like when people are trying to sell you something and they're like crazy high in price? Do you ever have to hit them with the like very elementary, like, hey, dude, I get that's what it sells for, but I'm a business, so I have to buy it at like.
Yeah, once in a while.
It's crazy.
Or you get a little smirk, like say a card's worth $100 and you don't offer them $100. They go, I'm good. They'll do shit like that. And it's like, what was I supposed to offer you, dude?
Correct.
This isn't a fucking currency exchange.
Mm-hmm.
And it actually is, but my currency is worth more than yours. So
correct. We still have to make money. We have the overhead. And I tell people all the time, I will pass on something if I can't make a reasonable offer, because we get a lot of like, specifically for like the clothes, we get a lot of the vintage resellers in. And it's like, dude, we get 300 to 500 pieces that come through the store, people trying to sell to us clothing every single week. We can't be buying at 75%. They're t-shirts.
Can't have a sale, can't do anything.
You want 75 to 90%, dude, go on Depop. And they're like, well, I don't want to list and take the pictures. And oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, then you put in the work and you make more, or you do zero work and come here and sell it at 60%. The things we pay out the highest are video games and cards. Clothes are probably like.
Pause that. Sorry. Have you ever got duped? So say there's say this 94's World Championship, Houston Rockets. They're lucky because Jordan wasn't here.
Yep.
But anyways, that shirt, you go on eBay, there's only one.
Yeah.
But it's the guy that's selling it to you. And he goes, there's only one and it's $800. I'll take 4.
Yeah.
Have you ever got duped like that before?
Yeah, I've had people try to show me like their own listings.
Yeah, and they're like, this is the only one available, man.
Yeah.
Exactly. I see that.
Yep. And then so what I usually tell people is that doesn't always equate to like marketable or like selling. So I tell people all the time, like I actually recently had a guy be like, hey, I'm seeing this shirt sell for like $200 to $300. And I'm like, well, are you seeing it listed or are you seeing it sold at that? Because like vintage tees.
Oh, I don't remember.
Correct. Like Pokemon and games are easy. We have databases. We can find a market price. Vintage clothes, it's like size, condition, copyright, tag, like stitching. There's so many factors.
What do you mean copyright?
So like.
If it was real or not?
Yep. Okay. Yeah. Is it a flea market bootleg? Is it the same graphic but reprinted at Hot Topic in 2002, or is it the one that actually came out in 92? Because a lot of the times people assume the copyright date is the production date. It's not always the case. It's just when the image was copywritten.
Yeah, exactly. When it was originally made.
Yeah, that's like, dude, the biggest one is Charlie Brown. People will be like, I found this shirt from Charlie Brown from 1967. I'm like, dude, it's
got a
from
Kohl's.
Exactly. Yeah, from a year ago. Yeah. No, bro, that's just when the cartoon was copywritten. Yeah. So yeah, we get a lot of guys who've tried doing that.
Have you ever had someone try to bring in like a fake distressed custom that they've made?
Yep.
Yeah, I can think of 1,000 questions to ask.
I will say we've had, and I'll let people do their own detective work, but we had a group of kids come in who went to a sale at a and they bought shirts that they were under the impression were vintage. And they were like, oh bro, we just got these for like a steal, like we're looking to sell these to you, like I see this one going for 100, I would do 50, this and that. And then when I looked closer at them, I'm like, oh, these are all like modern, like reprints. And they're like, what? Like, we bought it from this vintage store. And I'm like, yeah, but thrift. If you look at the tag, yeah. And I was like, you know, like, and I had to break it to them, and they got stuck with it.
It's like selling kids fake Pokemon cards, and you being like, tough
correct,
luck, kid.
Yeah, it has happened. I really try and use it as like a learning opportunity. People are like, well, how can you tell it's fake? This, and this, or
the pits and the smell. Come on.
Yeah, if it's not a little dusty, we try and use it more so as like an educational purpose. Pokemon cards are so easy to tell, but have you had anybody come in by you trying to be like, hello, I have this Charizard, and it's
kids,
like, just
kids or guys that'll buy a binder. I've heard of that a couple times where they go, just got this off Facebook Marketplace. There's some really good ones right here, and it's just the golden Amazon, like, just fake. The best of the best. It's all the Charizard VMAXs and Altards and stuff. Yeah. But they're just these weird gold.
Dude, just got some in.
Sure, this is recording.
That would be hilarious if it wasn't. No, we're good.
Someone upstairs would probably do it for you. I heard him running.
I don't trust him. I don't trust him. We have just a history of interesting tenants upstairs, to say the least. The tenants who were living here when I first moved in, they had been upstairs for like 8 years, and they just were stashing shit in the basement and then just left a bunch of stuff.
Is it a shared basement?
Yes, it was at the time.
Okay.
And so when I moved in, they moved out, and I messaged them because I found them on Facebook, and I was like, hey, like, you have a bunch of shit in the basement. And they were like, yeah, fuck that. We already moved out of state. Like, take it. And I was like, okay. Dude, I started going through it. Literally over $1,000 worth of product. Like video games, Xbox controllers. There was ETBs of Pokemon cards, and it was like plasma era. So like not really any hollows, but just like tons
just
of
cards.
Shit. Yeah. Just cards. A couple just empty boxes. I collect like old pack art, and there was like plasma packs. There was like base set packs. Like just, they must have been collecting wrappers too. So I was like, fuck yeah. I love shit like that. Do you go, now going back to the store, do you go to conventions to source and stuff, or you've grown pretty self-sufficient with just the stuff that comes in the store? Yeah. Is that like your main way of sourcing right now, is just what's coming in?
Yeah, in store. And I think that was a main thing, and that was a vision of mine, and I'm sure you had the same vision. Like, you build it, they'll come.
Yeah.
And it really is. That was like a main, like, if that doesn't happen, I mean, that is probably why a lot of card shops and stuff fail, because they're in smaller areas where a lot of people aren't coming in, or toy stores or whatever, like any store that buys something. If you don't have people that are selling you stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I do a lot of retail stuff though, as you say, like I have tons of wholesale accounts.
Yeah.
But, I don't really go to shows too much. Like I used to like literally live and breathe in Goodwills and stuff before, when I lived, like I would go to one 4 times a day sometimes that I had, and I knew when they would put stuff out, and you do the rounds and whatever else, and all the estate sales. Me and a buddy, actually I did a podcast with this, it's going to come out soon. We didn't even talk about that, but we used to do like 30-40 houses in a weekend, like estate sale rounds, and just and that was when I had like $20 to my name, and it was like, all right, we're gonna use $3 for gas, and I'm gonna buy these books, and we're gonna double the money, and we're gonna do it again and again. So that was but sourcing stuff is mainly in the store, then my wholesale accounts and stuff. Like I'll go once in a while. I went to the comic, what do they call it now, MightyCon? Did we talk about this?
MC conventions.
Definitely not RandyCon.
Not RandyCon.
Yeah, definitely. So I bought Charlie something there. He wanted some. I knew he's been looking for something, so I just grabbed it, and he paid me for it.
Good.
And then I found like a couple prints and stuff that I wanted to keep for myself. But it's hard to source stuff at shows because everyone has everything at so high of a price. And people are getting tired of it, I feel like.
I agree.
Yeah.
I went to and this is no shade to the sellers there because I understand, but I went to the Oak Creek show. Card show in the first weekend in February. And I went there with a lot of cash, going to some of these booths like, hey, because I don't believe in like bullshitting these guys. you're going to find out who I am anyway. So, hey, my name's Benny. I have a store. I'm looking to buy wholesale. I'm looking for like moderate to lightly played, mostly vintage stuff. I'm looking to pay cash. Would you do? Now, I know a lot of these guys asking 70% is insane. So I was like, I'll do 80% just so I can start building a relationship. 80% cash, I'll buy your vintage stuff. Every single person told me no. I asked maybe 20 different vendors, and like half of them laughed. They were like, 80%, I'll get 100% here. And I was like, okay, well, here's my card. At the end of the day, if you have other stuff you want to sell, or if in a couple weeks you're sitting on stuff, slide by the shop. A couple guys have come in, but for the most part, those guys were like, no way.
Yeah, they live and die by the sword, a lot of these guys. And the competition's so high. That's why I haven't outgrown it, but like, you have a show every day. I have a show every day.
Yeah.
So I don't really need to go pack up and make the same money there. So
Right.
it's like, and the competition, it's tough. And it is like, so say I'm here, right? I'm looking at a card and I go, yeah, I can give you $70 on a $100 card. You hear me, you go, hey, I'll give you 75. And the guy next to you goes, hey, I'll give you 85. And the guy next to him at his booth goes, actually, I need that card. I'll give you $95.
And then the vendor over there is like, shit, we have one for 95 right now. Exactly. And it's like, then everybody's screwed. Like,
so it's very, very tough out there. And it's, you know,
it's so
the competition is tough, and it is
buying
what it is.
and selling. It's crazy.
Yeah. So I mean, when you're at a show and it's only for the weekend, you can, you're well, not even that, but you're stuck paying a very competitive rate. So then they laugh at someone that, like, if someone only does show for vintage and they go, you pay 60%? What the fuck? I pay 95% and I barely get anything. It's like, yeah, we'll put in the work and, you know, people will come to you. Like, not everyone's about the money.
Yeah.
Like, there's people that come in with cards, a $4 card. I'm not going to give them $3.50 for the fucking card because you think I should or something.
Yeah.
It's like, here's $2. And no one cares because they're happy. They don't want the card. They don't care about the money. It's not all about the money. But when people that it is all about the money to, and you get a gang of them and they all see you do something that they wish they were doing, and that's I'm gonna segue into like my YouTube stuff really quick. Like, I have crazy like rate on there. Like, all my shorts that I've been doing is like 98% and like thousands of likes. Like, and I was like kind of afraid, but not really. Like, I knew I was gonna like do quality shit. I'm gonna hold myself to a standard, but I just didn't know how it would perform. But I had theories about it, and like, there's no bad comments. Which is crazy because the internet is all just like, fuck you, this is stupid, fuck you. Yeah, not funny. Like, everything's like, oh my God, this is amazing. Where have you been? I'm like, oh, wow, that's cool.
What did you find was like the big thing that you finally were like, I'm doing YouTube. I'm because I know you've been wanting to do it for a while.
A long time.
Because I know you started talking about wanting to do it like 2 years ago, even you had brought it up. But what was, you would say something that really was like, fuck it, we're doing it now. Like,
money.
Yeah.
Money. Like, having the business, like, I've literally put 80 to 100 hours every week into the store.
Yeah.
You know, I'm there 24 hours on my 2 days off. So it's like, I'm putting in the work to then I can actually do stuff that I want to do. But even then, like, the store is like itself, and there's customers that come in that enjoy being there and enjoy buying stuff, and they know my prices are going to be right. So when they see something, they come. They don't have to be like, I'm gonna. So anyways, it's getting deep into that. But like, the store is, you know, they say 3 years in, once you're in, and it really is. You really underestimate what you can do in 3 years, overestimate what you can do in a year. I'm dyslexic, say it the other way.
Yeah.
The saying's the other way.
Yeah.
But like, it really is true. Like, people really, really overestimate what they can get done in a year, and then 2, 3, you underestimate what you can do. So I look at like 3 years as 1 year, actually, because the shit. Anyways, you cut that.
No, you're good. It's a great point.
Yeah,
because people expect it to be
instant gratification.
Correct.
Everything's instant gratification.
I've been open for a year. Why am I not rich? And it's like, dude, you have no social media presence. You weren't doing pop-ups beforehand. Nobody knows you. It's
your
like,
prices suck. You have nothing.
Correct.
Like, there's so much that goes into it. And I've had a couple people go, it must be nice sitting and playing with toys every day. It's like, it kind of is, but not really. I mean, you're not going to put in 80 hours a week into this, and and you're not getting a paycheck at the end of the week. It's based on your work and your mind, and like, you're cultivating this room.
Still hope people show up and buy.
Like, the stuff in here you believe is cool, and then it's not even that you dictate, but you, I don't know the right word, you create like a, is that you're molding
Yeah.
like the Milwaukee scene technically. Like
Yeah.
you're putting thousands of shirts on people's backs
Yeah.
technically. Like
Yeah.
people are walking around SayWerd whether they know it or not. Like you're
Yeah.
not stamping these shirts, but like you're molding the community.
Hmm.
And I don't know where I'm going with that, but yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's an important role. I think people underestimate the influence of like store owners and like
Oh
the
yeah, okay.
importance of like curating cultures and
Mm-hmm.
like literally I do not care what anybody says and I will stand on this, but without stores like Cosmic, without SayWord, without places like Collector's Edge and like these other stores, like Milwaukee's small and there's not a lot of us, so like if it wasn't for us dedicating our lives to wanting to do this, like shit would be ass. Like, and I'm not trying to say like, oh, be grateful for us, but like this is
Yeah,
real.
no,
Like
yeah.
Milwaukee is a hard ass. Milwaukee County that to open a business anywhere is so hard. To do it on our own backs, to do it ourselves, like it takes so much sacrifice. And I agree. I think a lot of people do. They're like, oh, like you guys must just play with video games and like hang out with Pokemon cards all day and just trade. And it's like that is like 1% of the total business. Like we're doing taxes and sales reports and sourcing and stocking and pricing and uploading and cleaning and just
Mm-hmm.
so much more stuff. And like you said, I believe if you own your own business and we don't, like you're doing it alone,
Mm-hmm.
like if you're not putting in 80 hours minimum, you can't be successful. Like,
Mm-hmm.
do you feel if you would have even turned your ambitions and your grind down even a little bit, do you think you would have gotten to where you are? Or do you think that because you push yourself so hard, that's led to the success that you've had?
So yes, for sure, putting in that work, and it's literally, someone said this once where like, you work so hard and then you're at this breaking point and then you continue even further because no one's even gotten to that point, and then you break through that next point and no one's next to you. So it's like, yeah, it's like a weird, like, not humble brag, not brag. It's just like me just talking. And if it
Yeah.
bothers you, then that's something internal with yourself that you have to deal with. Because I'm just talking like, hey, this is what I do, and
Yeah.
I'm proud of myself for doing what I do, but also I didn't ask to be born. I didn't ask to be the person I am. I just am the person I am. So
Yeah.
where does that come from? Where does my, like, I'm doing this shit so people can have a good time. It's not like I didn't open up a walking eBay store that everything
Yeah.
is like market price and whatever else. It's like a cool ass place to come to, and I'm proud of that.
Yeah. It's
And
like,
putting in work is
yeah.
the key to all of that, but then you have to also know everything at the same
Mm-hmm.
time, or at least think you, like, that's what I was saying with the curating here and you putting everything and molding Milwaukee. Like, you have to know what's cool,
Yeah.
or at least people have to agree that, yeah, Benny's got a cool fucking mind. I'm going to trust him that he's going to have some cool shit in, and I'm
Yeah.
going to go in there and I'm going to buy it. And
Yeah. Yeah.
that's the same thing with that. Like, I have to pre-order things, I have to buy
The
things, and
vision,
exactly.
understanding
So,
markets and
and where does that come from?
yeah.
Like, it just is what it is, and like,
Mm-hmm. It's internal. Like people are
be
like, how do you
happy.
do this? It's like, I don't
Yeah,
know. We just do it.
yeah,
Like,
exactly. And that brings me back to the YouTube thing when you asked me how long ago, like, I wanted to do, originally before COVID happened, I wanted to move to New York,
okay.
and I was going to do comedy and like entertainment.
Okay.
I want to do pop-up businesses and everything. Like, I still want to do clothing and stuff eventually, but like music and movies and TV and comedy is where my mind has been set for a long
Okay.
fucking
I
time.
didn't
Like,
know that. That's dope.
yeah, so exclusive
Yeah.
breaking news. Roll a
Very
little
cool.
breaking news. Yeah, so like that, and we'll get into the Milwaukee scene about that. But
Yeah.
um,
Oh yeah.
what was I saying?
New
Yes.
York.
So yeah, New York. So COVID happens. I was planning on moving with an old best friend. We couldn't figure out a good place. Are you familiar with New York at all?
A little bit. Not
So in Brooklyn, there's a place called Bushwick.
okay.
It's what River West wants to be.
Gotcha.
You could leave that in. Okay.
Yep.
Google it.
Okay.
Well, that's nice. But River West is basically like a small Bushwick. Like Bushwick, super hipster, super like gentrified, everything.
Okay.
And it's in Brooklyn. So my buddy wanted to live there. I wanted to be in Manhattan because I wanted to be like near the comedy scene, all this stuff.
Okay.
And we couldn't figure that out. He had to get a place. Winter was coming. And then like 3-4 weeks, whatever the case be, COVID happens, and then we're just all shut down, and then we all you know,
Yeah.
all of our minds get melted and
What a
whatever.
wild
We won't
time.
get into that. But
What a strange
yeah,
time.
so then yeah, I stayed here, and then there was a Pizzagate. No, that's wrong. Well, there was a Pizzagate. My stepdad threw out a brand new pizza, and it literally pushed me to like, I'm 27. I need to get the fuck out of my house. You know, it's you have kids. You've probably
Yeah.
been out of the house for a long time, I would assume. Wait,
Yeah,
when
I
did you get
moved
out?
out. So I was a little different. So my birthday is in September. So
Shout
when I
out, same.
September birthdays. So when I turned 18, we had only been in school for a week. It was my senior year. So I moved out
Same, yeah.
second week of my senior year. I had a one-room studio apartment on the east side. I
Okay.
had like a job and
You live in a. I might have did that if I lived in a city. I
yeah.
lived like in a little 3,000. I grew up in Chicago on the north side.
Okay.
Parents got divorced 2005. I moved to Johnsburg, which is like small 3,000. You know, all white people,
Okay.
farmland and whatever else. And it's
Like
like
way west Chicago.
an hour north, so past
Oh.
Schaumburg, past Woodfield, 30 minutes directly west of Gurnee of Six
Oh.
Flags.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sick.
so like Woodstock, where Groundhog Day was filmed.
I
So like
I know
20 minutes from
Woodstock.
there. 20
They have
minutes
a
from the
great thrift
square.
store there.
Yeah, do they?
Yeah, everything's $1.
Oh, interesting.
I found some good shit there.
Yeah. So
I'm cutting that out. I can't blow the spot.
okay.
Everybody's gonna go to Woodstock now.
That's 20 minutes from that. Anyways, what were we saying?
You were living.
Oh yeah, you left early. Like I wanted to, like because my parents got divorced, and I
Yeah.
like hated my mom and whatever bullshit
Yeah.
that comes with being a teen and being
Divorced
upset.
parents. Yeah.
Exactly. Like, and when they were together, they shouldn't have been together. Like
Divorce
it definitely,
gang.
yeah, it made me who I am for sure, and I'm happy about it now.
Yeah.
But I would have maybe moved out early, but I stayed in and just like used that because eventually it became better and whatever else.
Yeah.
But still, it was like, yeah, I used that. And going back to the entertainment stuff, I've always wanted to do this. So I've been writing like bits and skits and movie ideas and
Yeah.
comedy bits and just
Forever.
ideas for the longest time. I went to school for film for like a half a semester. I hurt my arm in baseball and I literally dropped out. I was so pissed.
Yeah.
I fucked my baseball career up. I probably have 20,000 hours or more into baseball.
Yeah.
And then I fucked it up in high school, and then I tried going back in college. Like that was like the goal was to be a pro baseball player as a kid.
Okay.
And
Played
then
throughout your childhood then?
yeah, like I
Yeah.
literally like day and night, sun up, sun down,
Baseball.
baseball. And then high school came, girls, weed, and not having like a proper dad around for the moment.
Yeah.
Sorry if that hurts anyone, but
That's when you fell out of baseball?
yeah, like I didn't have someone
You're
to fucking
proving my
grab
theory.
my neck.
Dude, you're proving my theory. I say it all the time. You are only into baseball if you have a prominent and good relationship with your father. I swear to God.
Oh,
and if you
I
don't,
think I've heard you say this before.
I
Well,
stand on
that's
it, dude.
within like that's Whitefish Bay talk. I feel like.
This is because like all of my friends, like everybody I know, if you fucked with baseball, your parents, if they're
Did
not
it?
together, you stayed with your dad, you had a great relationship. All my friends, like myself, who never really played or like was into baseball, divorced parents, didn't have a relationship with their dad. So it's a theory I stick with.
I'm also half Mexican, so that also
Okay.
so the half Mexican in me. I mean, all I know how to do is hit home runs and slap ass.
Yeah.
So like,
damn.
But that it just I don't know. It might have not have been a path, but that knowing how to be great at something has made me do good at other things that I do. So like
Yeah.
whether it's like the YouTube stuff or the store alone, like I have standards to myself and I know what is good and I learn from others and I learn from mistakes and
Yeah.
what not to do and what to do. But I've wanted to do that. And now that the store, I've been putting every ounce of energy into that for the last 3.5 years. Now I finally had some extra cash to buy my nice camera and mics and whatever else. And now I have a fan base, or not a fan base,
but a following.
Yeah, following. Thank you.
Yeah.
So why not put some stuff out for people and these ideas? So like the Dad versus Pokemon thing was like an idea I had a month and a half before it. Not even one of the ideas that I had because I have tons that aren't like based on the store. So I was like, I need to do something for the store, But I wrote that in like 20 minutes, just based off of
experience.
Exactly, and it works.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I've wanted to do that, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to film a movie based on the store in the summer, and hopefully put it into film festivals and shit. Because I want to do a TV series based on me, but the store's failing, and I'm just like the worst, craziest piece of shit. Like funny, but like mean to people, and like just a totally opposite, like
Yeah.
exaggerated version, but I'm gonna run with a movie first
Okay.
because I feel like it'd be easier to market and like I could put it into film festivals or whatever
One
else. You
like
can't do that with
here's
a
a film
TV
compared to like
show.
a bunch of episodes
Exactly.
people got to watch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then let that lead into that. But I mean, I've seen people do crazy shit with $10,000 and make horrible fucking movies that make so much money and get so much awards. And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
it pisses me off and it puts a fire in me to make like, hey, not to get political, but let's make movies great again.
Yeah. Do you
Yeah,
for
no.
when you say like the
Yeah.
role you'd want to play as like the boss? Are you talking like? Because you said I know we were talking comedy before. Are you talking kind of like a Michael Scott type boss, where it's like you're bad but in like a comedic way, or like
no, like
what
mean.
like more of like a hard nose,
Yeah.
like
Like
almost
just a
what you
complete asshole, like me, but way worse.
almost what you like expect when you see the like 65-year-old like toy shop owner, like almost like playing
Yeah, kind
into
of.
that a
Have
little
you
bit.
seen Curb
Curb-
Your Enthusiasm? Have you seen Seinfeld?
Yeah, a little
Okay.
bit.
Well,
I've not Sabrina.
Curb is basically like a fully actualized version of Seinfeld. Like it's
Yeah,
rated R. It's Larry's complete, like it's him, but an exaggerated version. He's just an asshole that wrote. He's
Free
super
range.
upfront with stuff, so I want to mix it like classic sitcom meets Pawn Star esque, like
Okay.
where there's deals
Yep,
happening
yep,
and stuff, but
okay.
it's just normal store stuff. So even like just a great piece, like mix super bad with Empire Records, something like that, where like it's
Everything
just
scripted
like,
though, right?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah. I mean, I come up with stuff on the fly, but like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's all written stuff that
Okay.
I've written. So like, and like I said, I went to school a little bit, like in high school, then I went to college for a little bit with that stuff. But
Okay.
it's kind of like, dudes go to music school and they like, doesn't matter if you fucking suck, you suck.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like,
and now with just like tools and information, like
exactly.
you can do it without a lick of school.
But all of it is like, the humbleness of, it's like you either have it or you don't.
Yeah.
And it is what it is, and I'm willing to put myself up to that test.
Yeah.
So
and I also believe that some of it has to do with just like going after it. Like the video you showed me of the dude with the VHS. Like he is not a good like camera personality person, but he is because he's just unapologetically himself. Like that's what people want. And I think that is like the key. So many people want to hop in front of the camera and like put on a show to like be cool, but it's like, first of all, everyone can tell that's fake. Secondly, you're gonna keep up this like facade for the rest of your life now. It's like, be you, because then you don't ever have to fake it. Like
I feel that. Yeah, it's very interesting. But like there was a situation, someone came into the store, like never seen them before, lady, husband, and a kid. Well, that was a weird way to describe it. Yeah, they come in, I say hi, lady doesn't say hi. I'm standing like at my checkout. She starts walking past me towards the bathroom, and I go, "Where are you going?" She goes, "Oh, to the bathroom." I go, "No." And she goes, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "No, there's no public bathroom." I'm like, "Too many people have messed it up or whatever." She's like, "Even an emergency?" I'm like, "Yeah, sorry." So I want to put that in the show, but like when she goes, and I'm like, "Where the fuck you going?" And she goes to the bathroom. I'm like, "No." And she's like, "Even in an emergency?" I'm like, "Especially in an emergency. Get the fuck out." Just like shit like that.
That's how I know it's gonna be a mess.
Exactly. What do you mean an emergency? So you want to destroy my bathroom?
Blow up my bathroom. Thanks.
Exactly. People have gone in there and just started shitting without asking. It's like insane, dude. Don't do that.
Yeah, that's why we have signs. I tell people, dude, go to the liquor store. Sorry, I can't do it. Like,
yeah, just crazy. Just raunchy, adult, like just humor though. Like, have you seen like who's the guy that stars in Airplane and Naked Gun?
Oh,
what's his name?
The white guy with the white.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I can't think of his name.
But movies like that where every single moment is something funny.
Yeah.
Like nowadays,
it's comedies
like are all rom-commy. Like there's got to be a love, there's got to be a message, there's got to be a story, there's got to be an electric car in it. There's like all this bullshit, and I just want it to be just funny. Like your stomach hurts after watching it, and your mind opens.
Died. Like we need more of those.
Exactly.
Like you said, Super Bad, Pineapple Express, like those era of just like this is just a movie that's going to be fucking funny to throw on and just laugh.
It's a perfect time to do it. And because of our age group, kids that are younger get offended by stuff really quick, or they just haven't even watched these movies. So they're not really doing anything. And I think all the competition also is like stuck TikTok shopping and shit. Like the competition, it's like WNBA. Just shoot a couple times, you'll be in. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
prove to me that you can make 2 layups and you're on the team.
And or be Angel Reese and miss your layups, and they'll still let you in.
Yeah.
Dude, I always see her clips of her podcast. Every time she has a former WNBA player on, they like low-key like roast her. So YouTube, what if you want to spill beans? Do you know what your next video is that you're working on? Like, what do you got in the mix?
Yeah, it's an actual long form skit with Mac. And if you haven't, I'll plug it. Go watch Dad vs. Pokemon on Cosmic Destroyer's website. Or not website, on my YouTube. Fuck, I fucked it up.
That's okay.
One shot.
We'll
spilled the spaghetti.
Yeah. We'll drop it. We'll make sure we add. I always put everybody's like links on the bottom. So I have you got your site as well. So I'll do like site, IG, and
YouTube. Just go to the YouTube sub.
Yeah.
I need it. I really need it.
Hell yeah.
Help my ego.
Yeah, help the algorithm, dude. That shit's real.
Yeah, it's been good. But yeah, it's going to be so Dad versus Pokemon. It's this idea that I had that a lot of dads don't have any idea with Pokemon. They call it Pokemon. So he comes in and it's like, holy shit, people buy this stuff and yada, yada, yada. Go watch it. Then there's part 2, part 3, part 4, and part 5 just dropped. And then now I'm going to do part 6, but it's going to be a long form. All the other ones are short. 45 to 55 seconds.
Yeah.
This one is going to be like 4 to 5 minutes. And it's going to be actual, like, boom.
Cool.
So it's going to be a very emotional roller coaster. It's actually going to be like it'll be fun.
Yeah. Like 10 minute kind of thing.
4 to 5 minutes.
4 to 5?
Yeah.
Still long to be producing and everything.
Exactly.
The quality is phenomenal. Make sure you guys go check out their videos and stay tuned for the ones that are up ahead. What do you have? You got anything big coming up in the summer? You got any events? I know you save usually for the big sales. Purple November.
December.
No, December. Yeah. Sorry. Purple December. You said anniversary in November, so that was.
And I got it. Yeah. And then anniversary sale, of course. But that was something I actually was talking to Mike about doing a little video for every single holiday, even if it's a small holiday.
Yeah.
But I was like, I can't do that, dude. I'm not doing all these Hallmark shits. But
St. Patrick's Day is in 2 weeks.
Exactly. Yeah, I thought about having him dressed up as an oversized leprechaun.
Would be fucking hilarious.
Yeah, exactly. It would be good.
Dude, having a pot of just those fake gold Pokemon cards.
That's good. That's awesome.
They're so bad. Like I got a couple
horrible.
in, and this guy was like, "Are these real?" And I'm like, "No."
They're made out of petroleum.
They're
something.
So like,
ding, like a door stopper.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna use these for, but I'm gonna save them for something.
Yeah, so that'll be that longer form skit, and then I would like to do more skits that I've written out, but a lot of them are like not in the store, so it'd be weird to film in the store, so it needs to be warmer out. I had a really good idea that I had for Wolverine where he teaches me how to be the next Milverine, because
he would do it.
Exactly. I talked to him about it already.
Okay.
But then it got cold and I was like, I gotta wait. But we're gonna do this little thing where he, is telling me that he's retiring, he's teaching me how to be the new Milverine. Yeah. So
that's hilarious.
That'll be really good, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, otherwise just me ranting and talking shit about people. I do a lot of that, but yeah, I want to focus on actually doing like high production, because the other day, I don't know if you saw my giveaway video, I did like that little stupid Italian voice. It was with a purple Christmas hat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that one, originally I started it and it was like all like, hey, enter my giveaway. And I was like, you sound like a fucking idiot, dude. So I'm like trying to come up with a character, because I'm like, dude, I can't do this. It's so cringe. And then that's where I was like, why am I not leaning into the comedy that I want to do the comedy? So I'm like, after that is like, 3 weeks later, Dad vs. Pokemon dropped. It was no more like, hey, come and check my stuff out. And it's like, you actually do good at it. Like when I watch your stuff, like it's not cringy at all. But like when I do it, and a lot of people, it's just like, I think that I'm funny, so maybe I am a little bit sometimes or whatever, and I want to lean into that.
Yeah.
So I'd rather do that, because then I don't mind, because it's me creatively putting myself out there, and people enjoy it, compared to like looking at this dude just trying to sell me shit. And with that, I was doing it, and I was like watching. I'm just like, you look so stupid, dude. And then I brought in this I brought in the comedy into it. I'm like, okay, we could use that. It's funny. People can join in and whatever else. Yeah. So I really leaned into that, and I'm leaning into that. Like, even if I do any video, like I make sure that I'm dropping like little funny bits in it, or just talking.
It just makes it more genuine and
exactly
funny and enjoyable.
And a lot of people don't do that, and Yeah, I don't know what I was getting at, but
It's nice to consume content that's, like you said, not just somebody trying to sell us something.
it's
You're just
entertainment,
like,
and that's
yes,
what I really noticed. Like people want
yes,
to be entertained,
yep.
and I think YouTube and Instagram and TikTok really need to like throttle the ads down because it's literally becoming just a giant ad page.
It's too much.
Okay, add. Oh, you heard me talking about this earlier. Add some, whatever you like. Um,
Yeah,
that comes up suggested, and then it's like one person of 1,000 you follow, and then three more ads, and then another suggested, and then one person you follow.
it's too
Like they
much.
need to throttle that back down because
Yeah,
people aren't just logging in to look at commercials all
yeah.
day. That's
They're
why
getting
I want to
sick.
do
Yeah,
fun shit
yep.
because I don't even think anyone's doing as high as production as I am with skits or anything like that at all.
No, when I saw you drop that first one, I was like, damn, he really put the time and money into just the cameras and the mics and everything, which like quality. I have an interview with Spearhead Conversations next week, and he was telling me on how as long as you have like quality, like we were
Mm-hmm.
joking, and I told him, I said, oh yeah, we do mine on my phone with like cheap cameras, like it's supposed to just be like awareness for like another business and like clips on IG
Yeah.
and stuff. And he was like, man, I'm telling you, if you invest like 5K into like 2 good cameras and like mics, it's gonna blow up. And I was like, I feel you. I mean, I'm not trying to be like a podcast. I'm just trying to have
Mm-hmm.
this as like extra, content and awareness and cross promotion for everybody. But I could tell he was right. I looked at his, and just the jump in like engagement and the jump in like quality, like people take it way more serious when it's like that. And that's what I think
Mm-hmm.
why like the YouTube videos popped so hard. Cause like on Instagram, if you have like lower budget, it's okay because it's
Mm-hmm.
Instagram. But like on YouTube, like people will stick around and watch a video if the quality's there, and it's very crisp. It's very nice. What camera are you using?
A6700, which the
Okay.
body's like 13 or 1400 bucks, I
Yeah, that's
think.
like the
Yeah, that's the
yeah.
Sony, and then it's a ASCP 8 SP-C. It's not a full frame, but
Okay.
it's good enough.
But it's
It's
crisp.
4K. It
Yeah.
runs 4K 120, which I mean, if you're doing jackass slow mo shit or whatever, but you just run it in 30 FPS. It's like normal. And then the lens is a Tamron 17 by 70 millimeter, and that's like another 800 bucks. And then the
Okay.
fucking flash drive, the memory card.
Yeah.
I plug in a
Would you have to
floppy
get like a
disk into the side.
terabyte
It's
or which?
256 gigs, and it was like 200 bucks. And then you got to buy the cords, and then
Mm-hmm.
you got to buy my old MacBook doesn't run 4K. There's $3,800 in a fucking
I was gonna say, did you
MacBook.
buy a new Mac?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, people are saying, I see your mics. All right, there's a boom mic. There's another 600 bucks. Oh, you have to run
What
a
a
boom mic and
crazy
a
comment to
preamp.
make.
Yeah.
We can see your mics. Like, fuck you, dude. Of course you can see my mics.
I know,
It's a
but
skit.
I
Eat my
know.
ass.
I know, but it does. It like now the
It
most recent one. There's no mics. It sounds great.
it adds to the.
Yeah, because it takes
It puts
away.
you in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes, totally.
Exactly.
I get you. I
Because I'm
agree.
editing it nicely. Like there's no like, hey, hey,
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
perfect.
It's fluid.
Yes, there's none of that. But the mics will throw you off from that. I don't even know what I was saying.
That's so crazy.
But yeah, it's like I'm putting in all this, and then I like I don't know. I don't know
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
I think it's definitely going to keep
Yeah.
rolling. I know you posted recently like the collection of like feedback you've gotten, but which video, I guess specifically on YouTube, is doing the best out of all the ones you've posted so far?
The first Dad vs. Pokemon for
Yeah.
sure, the OG, and we've rode the coattail of that. Like the writing's been good for that, I think too. But the first one is just such an original, like everyone can relate to it. I think it
Totally.
has like 1.5 million views or
Yeah.
something, which is good for the first short ever.
How
Just throwing it
soon?
on.
How does the YouTube breakdown again before you can start getting paid? Isn't it like a
So there's two different breakdowns now. So there's one,
hours watched and
yeah,
subscribers,
but
right?
there's also two within that. So there's
Okay.
one, the first tier that you can get, like where you can put your product, you can have super chat, and people can sub like for premium money for you. And then
Okay.
the original one, so they added that as a lower tier. That's a 500 followers and 3,000 hours watched, or
Okay.
3 million shorts seen in 90 days. But
3 million views
yeah.
in 90 days.
But the
Okay.
actual like normal monetization thing is 4,000 hours watched and then 1,000 subs.
Okay.
So I have like 1,000 hours watched because your shorts don't go towards that. So it's either 10 million views on shorts in 90 days or 4,000 hours in 365 days and 1,000 subs. So it's a big, because you could put one video up and blow up, or you could put up like, you could remix a fucking Drake song and get 10 million views. They're not going to let you monetize off that. So there's so many people. So you have to prove yourself. But I mean, I've put in how many fucking hours already and I'm still not getting paid or anything for it. But once I get to that, it'll be fine. And I think I'm nearing 5,000 subs already, which is really cool. That's quicker than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
But it was that one video.
Well, and you're being consistent. You're constantly putting up videos. I hate when I see someone like, oh, subscribe to me. And it's like, dude, you've put up 3 videos in 4 months. The fuck? No. I'll just see the video when it comes out. I don't need to subscribe.
Yeah. And, you know, I mean, I would say you could tell those people like what they need to do, but they're not going to do it. So you don't. People learn on their own. That's weird too. You know, you really have to like learn on your own. It's like the addict behavior. Like you can sit them down, but if they don't want to stop, they won't stop. So it's the same thing. If someone doesn't want to learn, they double down on the wrong.
Yeah.
Just to fucking stay
That's
who
true.
they are.
It's
crazy.
I have seen it happen.
So
yeah, it's funny that people make it seem how like you can make good and easy money from like YouTube and social media, but like you really have to not only keep up with it, but like constantly have like good content. I just broke the window now of being able to like make money on Instagram. Like
what do you need for that?
So with Instagram, if they offer like once you break into like the 10K and you have the blue check,
do you pay for your blue check?
Now you have to. Yeah, it's like $14 a month, so it's not bad. It's honestly really worth it. I didn't think it would be worth it, and in the first 30 days of me having it, like all my numbers when I go to my professional dashboard, like account engagement, like followers, like
they show it more because you're paying.
Basically. Correct. You get way more analytics, but then they offer you like bonuses every month to be like, hey, earn money by doing this, or like have a post perform this well and earn money like this.
Have you made money yet?
I have officially made my first $2.
There we go.
I made $2 and I didn't even know how I made it. And so I looked and it was like, oh, you got a bonus for sharing an old post and over 50 people liking it despite it being posted like 2 weeks ago. Like they give you the most
that's
niche.
That's LeBron stat.
Yes. It was like very strange. But now I can have, which being a store, like once you hit 10K, it's really cool. I can have subs now on Instagram.
Yeah, so the premium. You could have your little OnlyFans on it.
Exactly. Yeah, so I launched mine officially today, and it's $4.99, and we got 2 subscribers first.
What are you gonna do with it?
So like.
First to the drops or something?
So yeah, exclusive merch. There'll be like in-store discounts for the people who are local. I'll upload my thrift hauls to the subscribers first, and then they get first dibs on those products. They get 10% off for the month on the website, which I mean, for $5, you get your money back off of one purchase. You buy, you know. Especially
if you come in and ask for $5 off.
That is true.
Do it.
It happens so much. Yeah. I've joked about this. I'm going to have to cut this out.
Leave this in.
Yeah.
Send it to him.
Clip it and then tag him. Yeah. For the caption on Instagram, it's just his Instagram.
Yeah. Because that's like, did you see my post on my story of me dressed in the shit I bought from you?
Yes. You guys look so good. Yes.
Yeah, that was insane.
Yeah, your girl had the fake belly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, it was crazy. There was literally like only one thing that would work in here, and I found it.
It worked so good.
It was crazy.
Did you grow out your beard to cut it like that?
No.
It just coincidentally?
Well, I had it just enough, and I was like, fuck, I'll do it. And I just cut the line, you know? Like, I could probably almost do it with how much I have right now.
It was it looked so good.
It was intense.
It was a good party? Everyone had fun?
Oh, yeah. Like, it was at White Trailer Trash. It's somewhere in Connecticut. It's Trailer Park Tavern.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's Trailer Park. So it's Trailer Park theme.
Gotcha.
But you know, we had like a little section for her.
For the party.
For the party, yeah.
Very
and then
cool.
like normal people just at the bar, like, who the fuck are these people?
Because it was probably, what, a group of like 15 of you all dressed up?
Yeah, maybe even 20,
Yeah.
25. Yeah, literally everyone. A couple other girls had like fake, just like pillow belly, tats, everyone, short shorts. And like I cut my jean shorts off. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'll send
Yeah,
you a
send me
picture to put
pictures.
on
I'll
this.
put it on.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's crazy.
Yes. And it was good too. Wait,
Yeah.
she already had an outfit, but you needed the dragon tee, right?
Yeah, I needed the dragon tee, and I grabbed that the green Nike hat.
Yes, with the swoosh on it, which
Yeah.
is funny because as soon as you put it, like once I saw it, I was like, damn, that hat did look really well with the outfit. Like I never would have associated, but it is that like white
that
man,
flat
like
brim.
2004, like trailer vibe. For...
Yeah, Monster Energy.
Yes.
You know? Yeah, it was good. It was a fun time. I was thinking about even writing a skit for those two because it was fucking nuts.
Super funny.
It's
like
aggressive.
They're customers of your store almost.
Yeah, it's aggressive.
But dude, you'd have to get like a stunt double for when it's your back. But you playing both roles would be hilarious.
Yeah, I have ideas like that for the show and stuff where I like play the actual professional. Like when they call in a professional on Pawn Stars.
Yeah.
And they call, let
me call my guy.
And I come in just with glasses, and I come in and I have to Google everything too,
dude,
because I don't actually know anything.
Yes,
so
that's
I'm writing
funny. That's funny. Yes, yes, you got to get these rolling. Well, obviously the YouTube and everything you have going is like a really big thing that you have going. But is there anything you want to let people know, that anything else you are working on for the store, any big projects, or any just things you have in store for 2025 for Cosmic?
I mean, hopefully big reprints for Pokemon. I know you guys want Pokemon, so that is literally
trying to get
the main focus. And right now, entertainment and YouTube and stuff is my main focus. So if you haven't subbed to that, if you haven't come to the store, come to the store.
Yes.
You'll be surprised.
If you're on the east side in Shorewood and you need sealed product, Cosmic is the spot to go. Check them out. Stop sleeping. You sell out pretty damn quick, though.
Yeah,
right?
I do.
Yeah,
that's why you got to follow the Instagram.
Follow the page. That's the best way to follow and know when the new shit is coming in. So stop sleeping. Anything else you want to let people know that you have coming up?
I brought these.
Oh!
We're going to open these.
Oh, now. Jesus. I literally just got sweaty.
I figured you hadn't opened up any prismatic, have you?
One single booster.
All right.
One single booster.
We're going to both pick 3, and you can keep what you pull.
Oh, my God. I'm sweating.
Let's go.
This is intense. Thank you. This is super fucking awesome. No, throw it wherever you need.
Oh, look at these fat packs.
Oh, God.
We're drafting.
I'm going to take this one first. All
right, I'm going here.
I'm going to go this weird puffy one on top.
I know they're like over puffed.
And I'll take this one on the left.
All right.
I'm actually sweating. I haven't opened a pack in so long.
You naturally brought up prismatic earlier, and I was like, I'm gonna wait still. I'm still waiting.
Oh my gosh. Thank you. This is super awesome. Are we doing same time?
Yeah. No, let's go one at a time. Let's have some fun.
Oh my God. What is the card trick? 3, or should I just rip it? Oh.
Just one.
Oh my God. My hands are literally so sweaty. This is making me so nervous.
Just one from the back. Not including the code card. Yeah, we got the prismatic.
I have to when's your next you have a just Pokemon thing event coming up? No, the thing I messaged you on about coming up for a Pokemon.
Oh, the pre-release. So I'm setting up like basically a monthly roster so that I have good standing, and then in 2 months or 3 months, whenever Team Rocket said I should have pre-release, and then we'll do that. So literally you just show up, get your ass beat twice, and then you'll be good. I
am trying so hard to build a good deck. I really like that Goldeen, and I don't even like Goldeen. Frou. My kids will be stoked. I'm seeing something shiny in back, which never means anything.
Yeah, because there's shinies now and everything.
Yeah.
Right here would be the first hit. Oh, another Goldeen. Perfect for you.
Oh, Dippity. There we go. I'm so out of loop with the new Pokemon, but some of the new designs, I'm not gonna lie.
That's first gen.
Cool. Stop! Don't. That'd be absolutely embarrassing.
That's the biggest Mandela effect ever. Dippity Gen 1.
Dude, you don't remember? He's 121.
He's literally number 1. All right. I'm going to get it on the cam, just in case, right? Dusclops.
Sneasel.
Execute. We don't talk about it. This is actually cool. Have you seen the future and past stuff? I'm waiting for a Gengar, future and past Gengar.
Fuck, that'd be so dope.
Some crazy metal body Gengar. Just a regular
Pokeball.
Pokeball.
Double?
Double Dutched.
Oh, they
Okay.
okay.
Not bad.
Do people open packs pretty frequently by you? Okay.
Yeah.
Craziest card recently that's been pulled?
In the store, probably the Sylveon from this set.
Okay. English?
Yes. A Japanese Master Ball of the Umbreon has been pulled. Someone pulled a Demigod pack. So
Okay.
3 cards, but it was out of Prismatic.
Okay.
Yeah. Got one.
Code card. One. Okay.
Let's get it.
Do we believe in the green and white cards? Or
They're all the same.
They're
now.
all the same.
Yeah, they're all the same.
Oh, they are the same now.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what we get. Black Belts training. Do you still play?
No.
No.
I just don't have time.
And everything changes every 2 months.
Yeah, I know.
Like this, it's
a simple game.
I play online a lot.
Okay.
But that's why I'm really determined to
Dripplin.
Diplin.
I'm dyslexic.
I feel like I know a guy named Diplin. Slowpoke.
Milwaukee. Oh yeah.
Festival. Oh, okay.
Not bad,
I'll take
not
something.
Regular
Very cute.
SPN. Let's get it. Yeah, you have to. How busy are you to get on my show?
Oh,
my
we'll
pod?
make some work. Yeah, totally. I could come up by you on Thursday too.
Oh, Mondays work. I don't mind that.
They made a Dunsparce evolution now. Isn't it called like Dunsparce or something? Or am I tripping?
I should know this. Appleton Tran.
Rescue board.
Another fucking professor. Come on, give me something.
Give me. Ah,
Dusknoir.
One of my favorite Pokemon, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. I just like the whole series.
You want that? You got to take it now. It's your favorite.
I
you
will.
Can't deny your favorite
I will.
Pokemon.
I'll put them in my Ghost Binder.
Perfect.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I don't know why I like the design. I think maybe because it reminds me of like a Digimon.
Okay, I see that.
It's just a little.
He also reminds me of like the what was the movie not Inspector Gadget? What's the 2 kids?
Spy Kids?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The creepy thumbs or whatever the fuck.
Oh yeah, the yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even.
Yeah.
Oh, 1?
Yeah.
Okay. Last pack. All right, we got Hollow Energy. That's a good sign, right?
That's your hit.
Yeah, dude.
Nah.
You saw the video when the kid opened the base set too, and his hit was Scoop Up, not Hollow.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh no. Yeah, don't open sealed stuff, please God. So you can. Okay,
that's a beautiful card.
Double Buns.
Goldeen.
Pokeball? Okay.
Oh, you're Goldeen crazy.
I am Goldeen crazy. Okay.
Regular Espeon.
Roaring Moon. I actually need this for my deck.
There you go.
That works. All right, last pack.
Yeah, the Sumbreon or whatever people want to call it.
Pinsir.
I gotta slow down.
I love Pinsir too. He's a good Pokemon.
Avatar. Carrie Ann. Sea King. That'll go good with your Goldeen. Come on, right here.
What is it? Wait. Oh shit. Oh! Fuck, it got me. Still a great card though. Oh!
Double tap.
Double hit.
This is actually
That's
one that I
wanted.
One. Yeah, this is Celeruch.
Yes.
This is one of my new favorite Pokemon. He's dark as fuck. Have you seen the Surging Sparks one where he's just standing the night in the dark?
So he's in.
That's nice.
Is he in Scarlet and Violet the game?
Should be.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have a sleeve for me?
Yes,
Beautiful.
I got a couple.
Nope. That's going right in my binder.
Do you want one of these two?
Yeah, if you got both. Taking quarters from you, fucking pennies.
Thank you so much for opening this with me. I love it.
I thought it'd be fun. I was like trying to figure out like what do I bring? Do I bring a bottle of wine?
Well, thank you again for the packs. This was super fucking dope and definitely a first on Word Wednesday. Is there anything you want to plug or let the people know before we head out?
I mean, I could plug again for the 3rd time.
Yes, please. Let them know.
All
Remind them.
YouTube at Cosmic Destroyers. You got to go watch Dad vs. Pokemon, and you got to go watch me be racist. You have to do it. If you've gotten this far, you can go watch me for another minute. Instagram, Cosmic Destroyers. I literally post every single thing that comes into the store that I do. Any of the YouTube stuff also gets put there. It's the tree of life for everything I do is the Instagram. So follow there. Just if you haven't, come say hi, come to the store, and yeah, make sure you continue to support Benny and yeah.
Slide by, Check him out. Pokemon. He's got figures galore, new stock every single day right on Capitol Drive. Make sure to check him out. This was episode 33 of Word Wednesday. John, thank you again for being a part of this. And the PAX. Seriously.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Later, you guys. Thank you.